Hello mamas, I missed you so much, so I'm happy to be back in front of you talking with you about mommy posture and how to reverse it. And today we're going to focus on the hip area. And so a lot of times you'll see a mom who's had a baby and instead of being upright like this, her butt is tucked under. So we want no flat butts, okay? And I know people hear about squats all the time, but they are truly one of the best exercises, not only for your butt muscles, but also for your pelvic floor muscles if they're weak, okay? And so I recommend that you do a modified sit to stand, and depending on how easy or hard it is, you can change the height. And so if the exercise is really easy for you, you want to sit and stand from a low height, and if it's challenging for you, then you'll want to stand and sit from a higher surface. And so I am going to use this, and you'll have your arms crossed over your chest, and you're just going to sit back as if you're going to sit down in the chair, but just tap your glutes and stand back up. So head forward, good posture, tight abdominal muscles, and you're gonna go down as if you're gonna sit and come back up. Down as if you're gonna sit and come back up. And with this exercise, your knees should not go over your ankles. And so if they are, then you're not sitting back far enough. And then when you stand back up, squeeze your butt muscles, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. And it just makes for a great exercise to strengthen those glutes that get weak during pregnancy. And so I normally do 25. And I incorporate it into an entire workout in the morning. So by the end of my workout, I've done at least 300 squats. And I recommend that for all moms, actually. So we'll keep going. A lot of times people say PTs can't count. So I'll go ahead and say that this is 15, 16, 17, 18, and you can always modify the position of your arms if you want to get an arm workout as well. I have found that with picking up my baby, I get plenty of arm working out done without having to put my arms out here or putting them out to the side. But it does add a little bit of a challenge if you do. So 2 more. And then you're going to stay sitting on the last one. And I'm going to show you a stretch for your deep hip muscles. So you're going to cross your ankle over your knee, if you can. And if you can't, then email me, text me, or call me, and I'll show you the modification for it that you can do laying down in the bed. So you're going to sit upright, and you just lean forward at your hips, but keep good posture. And you should feel a stretch in the back of your hips. And so I know some moms complain about pain shooting down their leg due to sciatica. And because that nerve is compressed when the muscles are weak or irritated, stretching the muscle can help relieve that pain. And so you'll hold this stretch for 30 seconds. I know you know that from the previous videos. And then you'll swap and do the same thing on the other side. I'm so happy to see you, mamas. I really am. And so to deepen this stretch, you can actually raise your heel. The heel is on the ground, and you'll feel an even deeper stretch in your deep hip. So I'm gonna swap sides, and because that muscle is super tight on me, I am gonna go ahead and raise the heel on my right leg. The next stretch that we're gonna do is going to be for the front of your hips, because that muscle gets really tight as well in moms during pregnancy. And so without stretching it, we can't expect that the muscle's just gonna go back to its original length. And so now you're gonna stand up, and using that same chair, you're going to put your knee that you're gonna stretch onto the chair. So the leg that you're gonna stretch onto the chair. And then you step forward with the opposite leg. Remember to keep your knee over your ankle. And then reach behind you. And you should feel a stretch right here in the front of your leg. A lot of moms have tightness there. And if you've had a C-section, I've noticed that moms are even tighter in that area because of the scar. So the scar will pull, or it doesn't, not necessarily pull, but motion is restricted in the hip as a result, sometimes in the abdomen as well. And so you'll hold this stretch. And then as you exhale, you can deepen the stretch a little bit, but make sure that you're not hurting, that you just feel the stretch. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, you're going to put your left knee now on the bench. Step forward with your other leg, and reach back with that. And so for people who are runners, you know, you might think that your glutes are strong just because you run, but sometimes those glutes can get irritated, so you want to make sure to stretch them. And then if you sit all day at work, this is a great stretch to do, because if we sit, these muscles are chronically shortened, and so you don't want to not stretch the muscles out and then end up having pain in your hips as a result. So I would say every hour that you're at work, if you're sitting, just stand up, do this stretch, 30 seconds on each side. That minute is worth it, mamas. I promise you it is. And if you're a couch potato, which I hope you're not, then you're sitting for a long time as well, and you want to get up and break up that time that you're spending in front of the couch or on the computer at home. And so that's it for today. I really enjoyed seeing you all again, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video where we will continue to reverse mommy posture. Hope that you have a wonderful day, and you know that you can always reach out to me if you need anything. Bye, mamas.